observations. First, you're going to see what happens when the paper clip is very close to the magnet. Then you're going to see what happens when I pull the paper clip further away from the magnet. Then you're going to see what happens when I stick a piece of paper in there. Then you're going to see what happens when I stick some aluminum foil in there. Then we're going to use a plastic sheet, and I'm going to use a steel knife. When we're done, we're going to do some reflections, okay? We're going to write down some answers about what happened. So we have to pay attention. So we're going to start with the first one. Somebody remind me what the first one is?
The paper clip very close to the magnet.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
What happened?
It's floating.
It's floating.
Am I touching the magnet?
No.
Okay, so write it down. Yes.
I know why it's staying like that, because the magnet has a lot of force on it, so when you put the paper clip on and you pull it back, the force is still pulling it in because it's really strong.
Do you agree with her?
Yes.
Do you agree that the magnetic force is still pulling it in? It's really strong?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the next thing I'm going to do on the list? Okay, so here was close up. I'll do it again. Here's close up. Here's further away. What happened?
It dropped.
So what must have happened? Ray said that the magnetic force, when it's close, was still pulling on the paper clip. What happened when I pulled it far away?
It drops.
Well, I know that it drops. Why?
It drops because you're pulling in a magnetic.
Is the magnetic force strong enough to pull it from here?
No.
So the magnetic force doesn't go that far, does it?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to put the paper clip back on the magnet, okay, and I'm going to pull slowly so that it's floating in air. Now, what is the next thing on the list that I have to check out?
Paper.
Okay. So, I'm going to use my sticky note paper, and I'm actually going to stick it in between the magnet and the paper clip. What do you think is going to happen when I stick it in between the two? Dylan? Do you think it's going to stay?
Yes.
Does anybody think that it's going to drop? Do you think it's going to interrupt the magnetic force at all?
No.
What do you think, Sadia?
I think that it's gonna stay because it's two things that's tight on it.
Okay. Yes?
I think, like, this is going to go around, like, it's just going to fill it around, so it's,
Well, I don't understand what you mean. Say that again.
like, if the paper's between it, and it still feels a magnetic touch, it just might float up and just touch my paper.
Okay, so you think that the paper clip's going to go up this way?
Yeah.
So, okay, who thinks that it's going to keep floating? Who thinks that it's going to drop? Okay, are you ready? Okay, so back in the magnet. And I'm pull it away just a little bit. What happened?
Yes!
Stay.
So I guess we learned that magnetic force can go through paper, huh? So write that down.
Well, I didn't.
Now what comes next on my list? Deborah, what comes next on the list?
Aluminum foil?
Aluminum foil. So I have a little piece of foil right here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the paper, but this is a different material, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you think that the magnetic force is going to go through this and the paper clip is going to stay?
Yes. It's gonna
Not
go down.
It's going to help stay stronger.
Not through.
You think it's raise your hand if you think that it's gonna stay. Raise your hand if you think it's gonna drop. Okay, are you ready to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna do the same process again. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it away just a little bit. What happened?
It's still floating.
Dang, so I guess magnetic force can go through aluminum too.
That was metal too. It was a little bit of metal too.
Say that again.
Because that was some metal too.
You're still in there.
I think it's still floating. Don't make
You
it
think it's still filming now?
We do it right there in the back here.
What's gonna happen if the plastic sheet?
Well, next, says Tia, is going to be the plastic sheet. I have a little piece of plastic right here.
You're gonna break the lens.
I'm actually going to bring it out.
You said drug. I don't know.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that it's going to stay this time? Or do you think it's going to drop? Do you think the magnetic force will go through this piece of plastic?
No.
Yes.
Some people say yes. Okay.
Yeah, but if it's through the hole, definitely. But if it's
Well, I'm not. I'll try to make sure that doesn't go through.
Can you sit down
Okay.
yeah.
So raise your hand if you think that it's going to go through. Raise your hand if you think that it's going to not go through. It's going to drop.
I think it's gonna go through.
I don't know.
Okay, you ready to watch? Okay, here we go. Same process. I'm going to pull it away. Okay, it's floating. What happened?
It
So I guess it went through the plastic too, huh?
I don't think it can go through the knife. I think it's gonna stick to the steel knife.
You think it's going to stick to the steel knife? Well, that's the next thing on our list. Do you think that the steel will stick to the magnet? And try it first.
Everyone has to back up.
I think we'll be all
It's
right.
gonna kill all of y'all. That's what shot on my life.
Okay, so who thinks that the magnet's going to drop? Who thinks the magnet's going to stay?
I think it's gonna stick.
Me too. I think
You think it's going to stick?
Yes, I think it's
It's going to stick to this thing right here.
Yeah, but it's moving. I'm brushing
It's metal,
Okay.
but
You ugly.
it's strong. Wait. I'm not ducking.
Yes,
There is a chance that it can't.
there is a chance. I guess we'll find out, huh? Okay, last time. It'll be okay.
Be careful.
I'll be very careful, I swear.
Keep your hand on it.
I told you.
Wait, it didn't work. Hold on. Didn't work.
Didn't even go through.
It only sticks to the snap. Is
I don't know
that
if this is going to
termite?
work correctly.
I think it's just gonna stick. Be careful.
I need you to not touch it.
I think it's gonna
Okay.
just stick.
How can
I don't think this is going to work.
Dang, it's putting the magnet.
I knew it.
Did you catch that? Did anybody else hear what Miles said?
Yeah,
Pull the
I
magnet
told
over.
you.
I'll do it one more time.
Pull the magnet over. Pull the magnet over to make it fall. See?
It pulls the magnet.
It's too heavy.
There you go. You were right. So it's not floating. It's stuck. So not only did it pull the magnet over, but also when we finally got it through, the paper clip stuck too. Does that work in real life? If I were just holding a steel spoon, would it work?
No. Yes. Oh, yes.
Because it's metal. Metal. The only way you say plastic.
Because it's magnetized by the magnet.
Exactly. It's magnetized. I know, you're
It
from
is.
college.